Good evening. Welcome to Option Center. It is the weekend edition, Sunday, 4/10/22. If you are new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Center logo, and subscribe. And if you like this information, please like that video. Hit the notification bell. Do all those things so you can get these daily updates. We have a Patreon if you're interested in more information. But just one thing that we're looking at here, we're not looking at this whole market to crash to crash and burn into the midst. We're looking for a wave 4 or a wave 2 possible pullback. And yes, it can seem like it's a long way down, but look how far we've come. We're going to go through ES on multiple time frames. We're going to start off with the monthly and head down to the 65-minute. We're going to check out some Elliott Wave, and we're going to stop in this video with the Bitcoin, just quick daily analysis, and show you what's happening and why we're so bearish at this point. And then the trend should remain to the upside. This is possibly a super cycle. And maybe this is more bearish than, but we'll have to see day by day. That's why we do these analysis and check things out often. But enough ranting. Let's go. Here we are. ES on the monthly. We're looking at wave 1, 2, 3, 4, possible wave 5. Now, when we get a wave 4, we have to look at possible that this is a wave 1, 2, and head it up higher to end off a 5 wave impulse wave to the upside in wave 5, or the bearish analysis is that wave 5 ended and this is the end of either a wave 3 or the top of some super cycle market that that it wouldn't look really good. That's not what we're looking at, but all the possibilities are open. We're going to continue to look at this bullish. The trend is up. We're going to look at this as a 1, 2 to see if we break this channel. We start breaking this channel and then we have something else going on. Okay. So digging a little bit deeper, we have a bear cross on the monthly RSI divergence. I do expect something to happen here to where we head down. And if this is a wave 2, if this is a wave 4, no matter what, I do think that we're going to head down and we're going to head back up. Price action is going to head back up and we end off with a divergence. And then we start heading down. We may even have a 3-peak divergence to where we go higher and higher and higher, but the momentum starts going lower. This is a very, very long-term chart, you guys. So let's take this day by day, month by month in this scenario. Okay, with the candle, we had a large move down. We're holding the 20 MA, pop back over, and we're fighting, still fighting with that 8 EMA at this point. We're looking at about 44.62 at this point. Let's go down to the weekly. You spend enough time here. On this weekly chart, I do have this that as a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still in play until this 382 is taken out. I do think we're going to take it out, but until then, I want to keep this in mind that we still could have another push up. Okay, so looking closer at the MACD, we're at neutral zone right here. We could either break down from this point, reject this this leader. The yellow line is a leader line. The MACD blue line, we could reject off of it and head to the downside. That's what I think is going to happen. But if we cross over to the upside, then the scenario that this is a bullish scenario with the 382 as a wave 4 is going to play out then. Also neutral on RSI. Looking at the candle a little bit closer, rejected off of this 45.65 area, had a beautiful evening star reversal with follow through. Now we're going to start fighting. We're pinching right in between this 20-week simple moving average and also the 8 EMA coinciding with the 50 simple moving average for the weekly. Okay, so we're going to pinch there, and I'm going to show you something a little bit closer in detail. So going down to the daily, trend is our friend. And why do we think we're headed to the downside? Because we cross over on the MACD on the daily as well. Could we be just retesting this breakout zone? Sure. We'll keep our eye on that. But what happened out here? We broke out of this wedge, came to a daily supply area, and rejected off of there. We had the same thing happen with this zone. This is a powerful zone of 45.72. Came up, rejected, retested, rejected. We fake braked from the zone as well, retested and rejected off there. So not looking good for the bulls. Couldn't get up there after a massive run straight up. If it would have been a little bit more constructive if this run had gone and you know, a little more consolidation and kept that market structure where you had higher highs, higher lows going up, but it just went straight up into the zone and rejected. Also, this rising pivot as well was a rejection there. Moving a little closer, RSI is right at that neutral zone. But check this out. We came above this 200-day moving average. All of this bearish price action brought us to the 200-day. We're fighting back and forth, oscillating. And now we're opening up the week underneath the 8 EMA, the 200-day moving average, also this rising 20-day moving average, rejecting off of this. Okay, so if we start to lose this area here, the 44.71, that's a big area to lose. We haven't had a close underneath there since these different, this is the consolidation chop area here. So really the nail in the coffin is getting underneath this consolidation and moving to the downside. So yeah, we're right at that midpoint. Could we hold this and move back up? Sure. Sure, anything could happen tomorrow, but signs are showing, the indicators are showing, no, we're probably going to break down from this point and retest this low here. But, you know, if we go with our Elliott wave count, we're going to keep going down. And so our next section that we'll be playing into will be down to this 4,400 area. And we are targeting that with our puts at this time. So let's go ahead and get to the 65 minute. We have a lot. I know this has been a lot of information. I'm going through it really quickly, and we're starting to form a channel here. We're still in this this buy zone, but what I pointed out on Friday is that just like this bear flag here, this possible 1-2, I'll go through that later. We had a bear flag, broke down, and then we had an expiration on Friday. So we had this bear flag, broke down from it. Today we're actually, we did not break down on it Friday. We're doing that in the overnight session right now, which coincides with the MACD breaking down here in the RSI as well, breaking down. So we're bearish. It looks like we want to back test overnight. If we get back into the zone, hey, you know, something else is happening, but we're going to hold on to this and possibly play futures in the morning. Let's get to the Elliott wave count. And if this is a bearish count here, this is actually only the slightly bearish at this point. We could be, and I'm not going to redraw this, but we could be in a 1-2, 1-2, and we start heading impulsively down for much lower lows. But this one is a little bit more conservative for the bears. We have a 1-2, so we have a 5-wave move down for a 1, 2, 5-wave move down for a 3, and then 3-wave moves up for 4 and down to a 5. So that's where we're going to play this week coming up. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, and then we're going to look to see if we get some price action to the upside, a quick movement into a possible 1, 2, larger wave 1, 2 in a larger degree, and then get an impulsive to the downside. All right, so we have those to look at. This is going to be an interesting week. We're bearish for this week, but we're not extreme bearish. We think that the channel, when you have Elliott waves, the wave 2 and 4, when they connect, that gives us a price target from the 1 to the 5. Okay, so that's why we're looking. We're going to target down here somewhere. Well, we could get real bearish real quick, but anywhere from 43.80 to, you know, down lower to 60 area. We'll have to look at some of those support areas that coincide with that. And right now it looks like the 67 is our daily at that point. We also have these um, expected moves where we got to be a little bit cautious, because expected move, that's where we have hedgers that start bringing the price action into this area. The top is 45.55, the bottom is 4,400, and price action usually stays within that area. And we'll get a little bit better look. Here's the options expected move. Where are we at? Options expected move is actually on SPX. And so we'll keep that within this range, which we held this range nicely at the top here, held the range here. We expect to do the same thing. We start breaking down from that range. That coincides with this. You see the MA here. We start breaking down from that, and price, it starts to accelerate to the downside. Yeah, there is a possibility that we move to the upside. We can't be too biased. We have to keep open-minded on what's happening. But yeah, so far everything's pointing to the downside. All right, last but not least, we went over, let's go over to, this is not last but not least, we are going to the VIX futures. What we want to see from the daily chart, we have this channel that's heading up here. Don't mind my ABC action. I was trying to figure things out. Erase those. But we are in a channel, and really this is looking like we're getting a 1-2 here, and we're going to start moving to the upside, possibly breaking this resistance point there. But we'll have to take it resistance by resistance. But we're getting ready to cross back over on the daily MACD. It's just, this looks like a launch pad to me. You see from this test of the bottom, straight up. Test from the bottom, straight up. Came back down here. We're testing the bottom. Nice impulsive move. Come back to retest. And if we start to lift off, I mean, this thing could just, same thing. Okay, that's what we're looking at. And this one could be much, much higher. We'll look at some each and every day. Don't forget to hit that notification button, because we will be going through this again soon. And let's go over to SPY just to check out the volume real quick. This is a weekly analysis, so we're taking some time out. Now, just getting close, you see how with these bearish moves, we have nice volume in there. That's pretty typical. But, going against that, when we had a reversal and a nice big day to reverse, the volume just dropped tremendously. And so that's what we want to point out, is that we're not getting any confirmation from the bulls at all in any reversal. And the same with this one. So it looks like we're bear flagging, holding this resistance here at 450 and looking to drop back down. There is another level here coinciding with the 50-day moving average. So we'll have to check that out. That might be coinciding with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right into the 50, and also this high here. So we'll be watching that, and then see if we get a bounce up, retest some levels, and then heading all the way down here for sure to the to test the lows, 4,200 and below. Okay. Yeah, one last thing, we'll check out BTC just to get a look at what's happening with this wave here. Now, on the larger picture, it looks like we had a B, C. That would be a running, if it ended here, that'd be a running flat, and we start going higher. That is no longer the scenario that I think is going to happen. I think we're going to move much lower down here. If we take our measurement tool from this is going to be A, B, C, correction down. I do think if A equals C, then we'll move down a little bit lower here. We'll probably have to change our wave count. If we get underneath that 13,000 area, then we're going to have to change our wave count. That's going to be a very large move. I'm not sure we're going to get that low. We have a channel there. We'll have to look at this on a higher time frame. But this is going to be an A, possible B, and then an expanding flat, because we came above the highs here, and then we should break down from the lows here. And so if we come back down to the channel, that's still an expanded flat, and then we could start If we break this channel, we'll have to see what these counts are and what we're gonna do. But if we hold this, and notice that we also have a gap here as well, and that should provide some support with the channel and head much higher. So we'll continue to monitor BTC. We're making that bearish cross on the MACD as well. Very weak bounce here. This looks like a bear flag. This looks like a 5 wave move down, possible, or zigzag. This could be a zigzag here, and then so WXY, where we have another zigzag here, could be an ABC. We're gonna have to continue to watch this, but it looks like a double zigzag that we're gonna head down. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. This 15-minute video. Thanks for watching us here at Option Center. Don't forget to like the video. Join us on our Discord, where we love to have trade setups and some camaraderie there. All of this is in the description. We will have a good week next week. You do the same. Talk to you soon.